Okay, so now we're getting somewhere. We've been able to extract some vocabulary from the recording and had a really good look at it and to see what the nuts and bolts are of those licks that we copied out to see how they function. Now, what we're going to do is take some of those concepts and start to incorporate them into our own soloing. So let's take that first example, the example where the melodic minor scale was being used in that first Miles Davis lick. So let's see what D melodic minor sounds like. Okay, so that's is a different color to Dorian, so maybe it's something you wouldn't want to do 100% of the time, but it could be a really nice way to incorporate a bit of different color and add another element into the solo so it doesn't sound so vanilla flavored. So let's have a quick look at that now. I'll put the backing track on here and we'll see what that sounds like. All right, stop that. So as you can see, I was also doing a little bit of Dorian there as well, but already there's a fresh sound in that solo. So that's something that we can take on. Now let's have a look at a couple of other of these ideas. So that was just an example of me soloing with one idea, but how about I try to combine two of those ideas that we looked at. So for example, finishing the phrases on a fourth, and also that nice melodic sequence that was in that Cannonball Adderley lick. So why don't I now try to combine two concepts, so those two. So see how each step of the way I'm being very specific about my intention when I practice each round of the backing track. So before it was just, okay, I'm just going to try to stick to the D melodic minor, but this time I'm going to combine those other two concepts and see what that sounds like. So let's give that a try. So now that we've had a look at combining those two, let's try to combine all three and see what that sounds like. So that's really only three very simple ideas, but you can see how it's already colouring the solo in a different way. And it's not like you have to try to incorporate every single vocabulary concept you know each time you solo, but these things you can kind of just keep as tools in the tool shed that you bring out when you need them. And sometimes just a little splash of, say, melodic minor or a particular, like using some fourths here and there, can really transform your soloing.